Guys, Bat0867 here, back for another video. Today we're here back on my Minecraft Gotham City world once again. Last video we looked at the Jolly Jack Candy Factory. You guys gave me an immense amount of suggestions and support. I want to thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it, and yeah, you guys are the best, so thank you. If you guys want to see more buildings like that, more buildings where I go directly off of the source material and I try to build it as close as I can to, you know, whatever that building comes from, whether it be a comic, movie, game, whatever. Let me know. Let me know if you guys want to see more stuff like this. Normally on my world, I build a lot of my buildings. They're like a unique take on different buildings from Gotham City. They're like my own versions of each of the buildings from Gotham City. That's normally what I do. But I really did enjoy making the Jolly Jacks building, and you guys really enjoyed watching it seems like, and looking at it. So I just want to know if you guys want to see more buildings like that where I go more accurate towards, you know, like I said, a comic, movie, game, whatever that building is based off of. Please let me know. Give me some suggestions in the comment section below. Singular buildings are fine. Like, you don't need to recommend like a whole island or anything. Like, I know some people want me to build like all of Arkham City, which is insane because, well, number one, I've already started my world, so it wouldn't really fit with what I have already done with my world, Arkham City. So I can't build the walls and I can't do the same layout or anything. So you know, that's already kind of out the window. Like, there's no, I can't really do that anymore. But if you guys want to suggest buildings from Arkham City or any other things like comics, movies, whatever that I don't have, let me know and I'll give it a shot. I actually, you guys know most of the buildings I have here already, and I also have my Monarch Theater over on my third island, so just keep that in mind when suggesting buildings. And yeah, so with that out of the way, I want to talk about something really quickly. I haven't added much in terms of buildings, but I've been planning a lot of stuff out. I think the only building I've added is that one corner building there. However, I've actually planned on, this is going to be the final expansion for my island. It's going to go out to about there. And pretty much what I have planned is that my clock tower is going to be dead center in the middle of my island. That's what I'm hoping to have. So the clock tower is going to be the middle. And what's going to happen is that there's going to be a bunch of buildings on either side of it, of course. And the length from the clock tower to over there is the same as the length from the clock tower all the way over to the library over there. So I'm pretty sure it's equal. I counted it out. You can even see some of my counting there with some of the blocks. And yeah, it's gonna look really cool when it's done, just because the clock tower seems like something it would, you know, that would be in the dead center of the island. I would like it to be Wayne Tower, but at the same time I don't want to move my Wayne Tower, so I really do like the idea of having the clock tower in the middle instead. And I think it looks, you know, it's gonna be a cool idea and it'd look really cool. So you know, from what I've got planned in my head and stuff, it's going to be a lot of work because I have a lot of space to fill. As you can see, I got to fill all these spots here with buildings. However, I think it'll be worth it in the end. It'll be a lot of fun, and yeah, it should be a good bit of fun. That's why I need your guys' suggestions, you know, for buildings, and you know, that's going to be really helpful towards getting this island done. And who knows, if I build this with the size that this island is, I may end up moving some stuff from my third island over here, and I may not even need my third island. Because honestly, like, I've kind of run out of ideas for my third island, and you know, I'm kind of planning stuff out, and I'm like, you know what, maybe I could add some of the stuff over on my first island and not need the third island. I don't know. I'm still piecing stuff together. I don't know yet. Nothing's definite. Nothing's locked in for sure. I'm probably gonna change my mind 1,000 times before I actually figure out what I want. But yeah. Anyway, I also wanted to plan as well. I'm gonna have, as you can see, there's two bridges over here. I'm gonna leave a gap right here, but I'm also gonna have a bridge right here at this intersection and a bridge over there at that one. So pretty much what's going to happen is there's going to be a space here, and I'm going to move that Statue of Justice right here, right across from the clock tower as well. So there's going to be two bridges on either side of it, and it's going to look really good, I think. I think it's going to look really awesome. So I'm going to have a lot more room. I might be able to make it bigger. Who knows? I'm really excited for it. And yeah, like I said, I don't know where I'm going to find the time for this. It's going to be a lot of work, but all the same, it could be a good bit of fun. Anyway, I had to get that out of the way because I know some of you like to know what I'm up to on my world and stuff like that. You like to know what I'm planning, stuff like that. So I apologize for the people who are here just to see the courthouse. But anyway, let's get into the courthouse now. Let's get into the build. So this is the courthouse here. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I gotta say, the front is definitely my favorite part. It looks really good. All in all, I'm really happy with this. It's way better than my old one. I'm really proud of this. Coming onto the side looks pretty good. I like you know, how kind of this sort of ledge kind of comes out here. That looks really nice. And the windows look pretty good. I mean, everything looks pretty great overall. And you come onto the back. The back is probably my least favorite side, just because compared to the sides and the front, it's quite plain. There's nothing popping out at you. There's nothing happening here on the back. It's just a bunch of windows, which I'm fine with. It's just, you know, obviously it's going to be my least favorite side because there's not much going on back here. I feel like there's something missing back here, but I don't really know what it is, so I might play around with a few things, but it's not like you're going to see it anyway because I'm going to have buildings right here to cover it up, the back. But all the same, I think it looks pretty good. And yeah, overall, the sides and the front and the back and everything look really good, and I'm really happy with it. And yeah, so that was the kind of like the whole roundabout for the building. And now here we can look at the roof. The roof has nothing special. I just added some patterns here, and there's this thing sticking up off the top. I had to use some reference photos to kind of get a good idea of what I wanted, and I saw this in one of them, so I added that on top. And yeah, I think that's everything. I mean, you got some fountains here and everything on those little ledges. You got a balcony. That's pretty much it. So now I think we're ready to go onto the inside. So coming into the inside here, you know, you've got a few of these like little shrubbery here, a few shrubs and everything kind of sticking up, and that's pretty cool. I decided to add a good bit of them because it actually did end up making some of the rooms really nice, and it looks really plain without them. So I didn't really know what to add. I started adding these plants here, and it ended up looking pretty good. So Poison Ivy would be quite proud of me, I guess. And right here we've got a reception area right here, and over here we've got a staircase on either side where you can go down to the courtroom. And I'm not going to go down there yet just because it's one of my favorite rooms, and I honestly think I'm going to save it till last. I apologize because I know some of you are probably here for the courtroom mainly, but we're going to save that till last because it's definitely one of my favorite buildings in this whole, or my favorite rooms in the whole building, sorry. So, anyway, this is kind of like a filler room. It's just a room you pass through to get to the staircase, nothing important. You come up here, and we go all the way up the stairs, same thing on the other side. And you got this room. This is just kind of like a regular room. Once again, we got some plants going on, some tables. I even got a reference here. Judge Solomon Wayne's gavel. If you guys don't know, Solomon Wayne is an ancestor of Bruce Wayne, and he was a judge. He even had a courthouse named after him in Arkham City. And I'm actually debating whether I should make this my own version of the Solomon Wayne courthouse, because I do have the gavel here, and I decided to add it just as an Easter egg. But I think it'd be cool to kind of have this here if it was the Solomon Wayne courthouse, like they kind of had it here as like a little bit of like a like that's why they named the building the Solomon Wayne Courthouse, because he was the judge, and you know they kind of had his gavel here and everything. So I feel like that would make sense. So I may actually make this a Solomon Wayne Courthouse because they have the gavel here that belonged to him and everything. So yeah, I was debating on it. You guys can let me know in the comment section below. This is the jury room. I guess one of my signs got destroyed, but this is the jury room here, and basically they sit down and they decide whether the person is innocent or guilty, and they all have to come up with the same verdict, so they all have to be in agreement about it. So they could be in here for quite a few hours, so I add some cups and everything. I add some food because, like I said, they could be in here for a few hours. You got another cup here. I would like this room to be a bit bigger. However, I didn't end up having enough room in the end, just because when I tried to make the rooms bigger, it ended up covering up the staircases. Like, you weren't actually able to walk up the stairs. So the rooms ended up in each side ended up turning out smaller than expected. However, they still look pretty good, and I'm still pretty happy with them. Coming over here, this is another reference that I have. It's the last reference I think I have in this whole building. Judge Harkness. So, a little bit of a story behind him. I apologize if I ramble on. I'm going to try to make it quick. But pretty much, Judge Harkness is from Arkham Origins. I tried to look up judge names from Gotham City. I found him. So, I'm going to try to tell you what I remember about his story, because I ended up kind of getting interested in seeing, you know, what he was about. I want to know what his story was. So, pretty much, Judge Harkness was he was known as the hanging judge. He just, you know, if you commit a murder, nope, he's just like, yeah, you're sentenced to death. So he just basically said that if you murder someone, you're a criminal. That's it. You deserve to die, pretty much. I'm pretty sure that sums it up, basically what he thought. And yeah, pretty much what happened was Calendar Man was on trial, and this was during, like, I don't know, a bit before Arkham Origins took place, I guess. Calendar Man was on trial, and he was going to be sentenced to death for all the murders that he's done. And then Harley Quinzel came in, and she was like, hold on a second. Yes, Harley Quinn came in. She was a psychiatrist at the time. If you guys remember from Arkham Origins, she was still a psychiatrist. She came in, she said, hold on a second. He's, you know, he's considered crazy. He should be considered, you know, insane. So he should get the proper treatment to be rehabilitated. So she basically stuck up for him and said, you know, you can't sentence him to death. he deserves to get treatment, and you shouldn't be allowed to kill him. So the judge was kind of like, all right, fine, he gets his treatment or whatever, and he didn't sentence him to death. However, I guess Harleen, made some people angry, probably the judge and also her boss as well, because the head of Blackgate, I remember he was in the Arkham Origins game, he came to Harley and said, listen, you can't be saying that stuff. You have to take back what you said about Julian Day. You have to take back what you said about him. And she was like, okay, I guess I'll have to take it back, because I'm not really sure why. I guess he probably threatened her in some way. Maybe her job was on the line. I really don't remember that part. Like I said, there's probably some details I'm missing, but you guys can look it up for yourself if I miss anything. Anyway, pretty much for whatever reason, she took it back. She was like, all right, fine, I take it back. So they had another court hearing or whatever, and he was sentenced to death. Calendar Man was once again sentenced to death, and ironically, he was going to be killed. I think he was going to be killed by the chair, the electric chair, and I think he was going to die on Christmas, either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I can't remember which one, but apparently it was quite ironic in that sense. Anyway, somehow Calendar Man broke out. I don't remember that part either. He got out somehow. I don't even know if they specified how he got out. Maybe he just broke out somehow. Anyway, when he got out, he actually went to a Christmas party hosted by the judge, and he killed the judge because he was like, oh yeah, you sentenced me to death, so you're going to die. And that is the story of Judge Harkness. He messed with Calendar Man, and then I guess he paid the price for it. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically the story about him. I thought it was kind of interesting. He's a very... he's got interesting methods. He's very... I don't know, it kind of shows like some of the things that they have in Gotham City, how it's like a little bit corrupt and stuff. I wouldn't say that judge is necessarily corrupt, but his methods were very extreme. Like, he just basically said, if you kill someone, then you are sentenced to death, and that's it. Julian Day, he was considered insane, yet he was still going to make him die for it. He was like, yeah, whatever, I don't care if you're insane, you're still going to die. But Harleen Quinzel had to come in and do that. So he's quite an interesting character, I guess, and it was just a little bit interesting reading about him. So anyway, that's the story of Judge Harkness, for those of you who want to know. And yeah, I apologize for the ramble. I just wanted to kind of explain that real quick. I like to explain my Easter eggs that I take time to put in. So, this is the courtroom. This is the final room here, and guys, I love this room. This room, man, I love it. So, the roof, I think, looks great. I love the courts and everything. I think it looks really awesome, especially with the lights in here and everything. I think it looks really good. We've got a jury stand here. I think the jury stand's only supposed to be on one side, but I found it kind of weird that there was like a stand on one side and it was blank on the other, so I added 2 jury stands. We've also got like a podium here and everything. I don't know which side is which, but you got like the defense and the prosecutors and stuff like that. You got the judge here. I think I might make this the witness stand, like where the witness sits or whatever, right up here, because I didn't actually make a witness stand, so I feel like this might be it. And some other people sit around here. And yeah, this is where people can come to watch if they want to. If they want to watch the court hearing, they can come here and sit down as, regular citizens. And yeah, overall, I think this is probably my favorite room in the whole building. I really do like this a lot. And through here, there's nothing. And same with the other side. And pretty much the reason there's nothing is because the road's right here. So if I actually made rooms come out this way, it would get tangled up with where I want the sewers and stuff like that. So I'm not going to interfere with that. I'm just going to leave it blank in there. But anyway, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed the courthouse and some of the Easter eggs I put inside it. If you did, be sure to drop a like down below. That would be very much appreciated. As well, also go subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. I do a bunch of Minecraft, Batman, and Gotham City stuff. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, definitely go and check out my channel and subscribe for more content. Also, go check out my friends as well, XXWheel55XX and Gotham@759. They do similar stuff just like me. And if you like my content, you'll probably like theirs as well. So I believe that is everything, guys, for this video. Once again, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. I'm Bat087. I'll see you guys all later. Peace out.